Denver. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Pass the 11, pass the 11. Pass off, trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This pass is caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. Here's Hurts to throw. They set up the screen for Henderson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Manning hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Bronco 80.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. Now they'll automate to something else.
3rd and 8.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
79, 70 lying.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
DJ Reed there defensively.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18, Pioneer. Read alert, read alert. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Seahawks 15-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 4.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready, ready.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Down. Cowboy 80. Seven Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darius Slayton, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll change things up.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April or May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score. Broncos 20. Seahawks 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On a slant, here's Collins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
63.
Throwing is Hurts. And a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them, and the quarterback's job is pretty easy.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
13 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Hey, 73. Hey.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
2nd and 10.
73. No touch that. Tiger Hornet. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Kyle left Yanni. Go Silver, ready?
Now back to throw. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brings up second and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, Silver. Trimmer. Call up Yeti.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. And a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Dylan Sampson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 9 now. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
70.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Y'all better call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty low power ranking.
Time up, Yeti. Don't touch that. Trimmer.
They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
180.
Here's Hurts to throw. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Nico Collins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Nico Collins, 81 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out of offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
At 42-yard line.
To his running back, complete.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
19 target.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Buffalo 870, Timberwolves.
They'll drop to throw. First down there on a pickup at 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
70 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, Silver. Try let get him.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. That's brought in downfield by London. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Drake London, 46 yards. And the Seahawks had 6 to their lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on. Julian Love hits it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson down to about the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And the Seahawks, first down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
27-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
A 39-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Seahawks 30.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to... And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now an audible here into something else.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Got it. Ready?
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw to McBride.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. Yeah, that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
60 Bison.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll try and do this himself.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
19 target.
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Touchdown! Trey McBride from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to let it go again. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man, London, right side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Hurts. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
60 by 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
19 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 18 Pioneer.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
70 Ranger, 70 Timberwolf. No street. Warriors, 70.
He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, They're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he hits him in stride.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
19-7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he works free. And he's taken down inside the 30.
The CD